Before we go any further, if you want historically grounded explanations backed by archaeology and material science rather than recycled myths, subscribe to the History Monuments channel now. What you're about to hear explains why Viking ships' halls and harbour works survived centuries of salt, rain, soil and ice, while modern treated wood often fails within a few decades. This was not luck, climate or burial conditions. It was a deliberate preservation system built around a specific protective mixture and a disciplined preparation process that modern builders rarely replicate. Why Viking wood survival forced historians to rethink decay. When Viking ship burials such as Oseberg and Gokstad were excavated, researchers expected fragmented remains. Instead, they found planks, ribs and fastenings still structurally coherent after 1,000 years. Comparable medieval wood from the same soils often turned to pulp. The conclusion was unavoidable. Viking wood did not simply resist rot, it actively suppressed it. The explanation lies in a protective mix applied after a long sequence of preparation steps that transformed raw timber into a hostile environment for decay. Why the so-called secret mix was honestly useless without the correct wood selection. Vikings did not begin with chemicals. They began with trees. Slow-grown pine, spruce and oak were favoured, harvested during winter dormancy when sap content was lowest. Low sap meant fewer sugars to feed fungi and bacteria. Sapwood, which decays rapidly, was removed aggressively, leaving dense heartwood that already possessed natural resistance. No protective mix can compensate for poor wood choice, a lesson modern construction frequently ignores. Seasoning, you know, was every bit as crucial as the coating itself. Without proper seasoning, well, the wood simply wouldn't stand the test of time. Before any mixture touched the surface, timber was air-seasoned for years. This slow drying, really, preserved the cellular structure and prevented internal cracking. Kiln drying did not exist, but more importantly, it was not desired. Fast drying, honestly, weakens wood from the inside. Viking timber cured slowly, allowing moisture to leave without tearing cell walls apart. Only stable wood was considered ready for treatment. The core of the preservation system was pine tar, produced through slow heating of resin-rich pine roots and heartwood in oxygen-poor pits. This tar was acidic, viscous, and chemically hostile to fungi and insects. Often it was blended with animal fats, fish oil, or rendered seal oil to improve penetration and flexibility. In some cases, finely ground charcoal or ash was added, enhancing antimicrobial properties and helping the mixture bond with wood fibres. This was not a surface paint. Applied hot, the mix soaked deep into the wood, displacing moisture and sealing oxygen out. Rot organisms require oxygen, moisture and food. The Viking mix removed all three. Smoke and fire, played a crucial role in completing the chemical transformation of the wood. Many timbers were exposed to smoke before or after tar application. Smoke deposits phenols and organic acids that further inhibit microbial growth. Heat also opened wood pores, allowing the tar mixture to penetrate deeper. This combination created a layered defense, chemical rather than cosmetic. So, why do modern preservatives often fall short where Viking methods, really shine? Let's dig into that just a bit. Modern pressure-treated wood, well, it actually relies on water-soluble chemicals that are, forced into lumber rather quickly. But over time, those chemicals, they tend to leach out, especially in, say, wet environments. Viking-treated wood relied on insoluble resin-based compounds that stayed locked inside fibres. Instead of washing away, protection improved as the wood aged and hardened. So, how can we use this knowledge today in practical terms, you might wonder? Well, let's take a closer look at how these ancient methods can inspire modern wood preservation. This system is not lost. It's simply ignored. Anyone working with outdoor wood can still use it, actually. Just select slow-grown timber with minimal sapwood and, allow extended air seasoning. Warm, genuine pine tar and blend it with natural oils for flexibility. Then apply it hot so it penetrates rather than just coats. So you'll want to reapply periodically during the first years, and then, only as needed after that. Fence posts treated this way can honestly last for decades in soil. And, boat planking resists salt water without needing any of those modern epoxies. Outdoor beams, they shed water instead of trapping it beneath synthetic films. Even tool handles benefit, becoming more durable and, much more resistant to cracking. Why Viking builders trusted chemistry they could not name. They did not understand fungi or polymers, but they observed results over generations. Wood treated this way did not soften, crumble, or smell of decay. It aged slowly, darkened and hardened. Knowledge in those days was passed through apprenticeship rather than books. This method made it resilient, yet it was also vulnerable to disruption when industrial systems came in and replaced those cherished craft traditions. Now, why did the secret mix fade from common use, you might wonder? Well, let's delve into that, shall we? You see, it was slow, labour-intensive, and just didn't fit well with mass production. Industrial economies, as we know, favour speed and predictability over longevity. Quite the shift, wasn't it? A beam that lasts centuries disrupts replacement cycles. Viking preservation assumed continuity across generations, not quarterly output. So, why does this matter now, you might ask? As modern materials, Well, they tend to fail faster under environmental stress. Rediscovering durable methods isn't just some antiquarian curiosity anymore. It's honestly practical resilience. Viking wood never rotted because it was, prepared, transformed and protected with real intent. If preserving real historical knowledge matters to you, do consider subscribing to History Monuments and help keep these techniques alive. And hey, share this episode with builders, historians and survivalists. Anyone who understands that the past still holds solutions strong enough to outlast modern convenience.